Okay, y'all. I was getting ready to have my afternoon coffee, and I said, okay. I said, let me talk about this. Now, I'm doing some things in the kitchen, so I thought I brought y'all along. I may get me a stand. But did y'all see on the red carpet, Babyface was snubbed? Two young reporters from the AP was asking Babyface a question, and when he got ready to answer, one of the young ladies, they said a young reporter. I don't care how young they're. They old enough to work. They're old enough to have some manners. Now, I bet you now when all this come out, they're gonna wish they had done it the way it was supposed to be. She was standing there, she was moving like she was melting, and she called out, "Chaperone, hey Chapel!" I never heard of before that incident, and I just watched it on the Sherry Show. And how rude can you be? Babyface, he stood there, he kept his composure with his cool self. Y'all know how cool he is. He wrote a song said, "This is for the cool in you." He was talking about himself. That man is so cool. I mean, tell you, he can stand and hold some ice cubes and they won't melt. That's how cool he is, y'all. I'm gonna try to put my computer up here. But anyway, y'all, he stood. Let me see. Oh, that's even worse. Is that better? Yeah. Babyface stood there, y'all, and took it like a man. He was standing there, and y'all know Babyface is all fine and everything. Yeah, I'm 73 years old. I still know when a man look good when he's fine. You know, they used to say fine, but he's very handsome, and he know it. He look good. He know it. He dressed well. He carried himself well. I never seen him spew out profanities and stuff. And I think they said over time, through the music he's written and music he's performed for himself, the man has won a great number of Grammys. And I think it's like 13 or so. I could be wrong. I don't know if he won a Grammy this time at this award, but I don't know. Because I didn't watch it. I'm just saying bits and pieces here and there. But y'all, can you stand it? They say he wrote the whole soundtrack to Waiting to Exhale. How talented this man is. God has really blessed him with some stuff. And he knows how, you can tell when people are raised, how they carry themselves. And sometimes they can be raised and still get out there and make a you know what of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But this man, he kept his composure. Let me move stuff over. Yeah. Call me, get ready and rouse some pots and pans in this kitchen. And I got to route this pan. I got my computer sitting on. But they said the AP apologized and everything. But Babyface is standing there. And when they called the girl chaperone and she was kind of dressed, I don't know, like, now, no disrespect. I don't know anything about her. She was dressed kind of like Cindy Lauper. Like she getting ready to go to a costume party or something. And that's probably the way she dressed. I don't know. No disrespect. I don't know. So no disrespect. I'm not throwing no shade at her. I'm just saying, this first time I ever seen her. Here's what I'm saying. But anyway, Babyface stood there with his cool self, you know, and he was clean. And he stood there like that. He had a microphone and he said, well, and he was getting ready to say what answer the people question. And they calling somebody way back behind him. Hold on a minute, y'all. I had to get my mouse in my notes. Yeah. They said a young reporter interrupted she could speak to chaperone. But I'm still saying, how rude can one person be? You don't you don't have to do a lot to have manners. Excuse me. To know how to act when you're out in public. That's something you teach the little children. You start when they first getting up. They start out when they crawling and pulling up. And I know all the children now find must have thought that they were ah. So when they got ready to reach for something, you go ah. They take the hand back, and you teach them how to treat people, how to act when they're out in the public. Now she looked like she was old enough to know better. She was at the age of consent. She knew if she was standing there talking to Babyface, she could have did a few things. She could have kept talking to Babyface like the two of them was doing, because I'm sure that chaperone wanted to be seen. Because I saw how she was dressed. Obviously, she wanted to be seen. All right? She probably would have walked back and forth her little fluffy dress. I think it was yellow. I'm not sure. But anyway, when you start getting a little age, you forget things. But you don't forget how to act when you're out in public. Now, if you've never been taught how you supposed to act in that situation, then hopefully you won't get put somewhere where you had to act like you know how to act when you're out in public. But she could have interviewed Babyface, and he went about his way with his cool self. And then I'm sure that young lady was going to be back there somewhere, wherever they were, taking pictures, because I just don't know, y'all. But can you stand it, y'all? Can you stand it? And look, she's getting drugged all over social media and everywhere. Everybody making videos about it. I don't know her name. They just said two young reporters that work for the AP. All right. She's getting drugged. I bet you now. And all those things are going viral. I bet you she wished she had put her thinking cap on, and she's standing there doing like this, like she melting. I didn't know what was going on. I thought she was doing it. Now, I really thought she was doing it because she was standing in front of Babyface, and she saw how good he was looking, and she was about to melt in his presence. She was all like this, like she was going down. Like Joe said, I've been down one time, I've been down two times, but now I'm drowning in a sea of love. Maybe she was so surprised by how handsome Babyface is, it just, made her lose her composure, because Babyface sure didn't lose his child. He stood right there and he said, y'all want to do that? Go do that. And I know there's going to be lots of t-shirts with that on it. Go do that. In quotes. But anyway, that's all right. She gonna hate. She gonna despise the time that she stood there and she acted like that. Because they said the AP apologized. I think I heard that the young lady apologized and Babyface made a reaction to it, but I haven't heard it yet. But I know I saw he was getting in a car and somebody asked him about it and he said, it's okay. And they said, is it okay? You okay? He said, it's okay. See, the man's a gentleman. He know how to act. And he is just so cool, they can't trip him up. You see how it is? They try to trip him up, I guess, so he can, this is the enemy. And here's my stance on, this is the enemy. Babyface is so cool. He kept his composure. And he knew he had been taught from a childhood up how you supposed to act when you're out in the public. I don't care if you're rich and famous, who your daddy is, who your mama is. I know somebody had to have taught you right from wrong, that you don't do stuff like that. And you know what? She's probably gonna get, she's being dragged, this has gone viral. And you know what? I don't feel sorry for her, not one bit. Just like I don't feel sorry for Nelly and Snoop being dragged for going to that concert performance. I don't care. We have got to learn what Kevin Hart said, you gonna learn today. She learned that day, didn't she, y'all? Now tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. You know what? And I'm so glad Babyface was a gentleman, y'all. He stood there with his little nice, fine hair all coiffed, however you pronounce that word. And you know he always got them shades on. That's what make him so cool. Then he had on that suit. And it probably was a different kind of tuxedo with that silver run down. Y'all don't know, do you? But that man, the devil, the enemy tried to trip him up so he would get out there and act out of character. But you know what? He was raised, his mama told him, I don't care where you are. Whatever you do is a reflection of me. So you act like you got some sense. You know, when you go somewhere, you tell your children, and I've done it to mine. We got 5, one live in heaven. We go to the store and you get down on that level. And my older sons were almost as tall as I am, but the younger, I said, look, when you get in this store, don't you ask for a darn thing. If I got something to give you, like my mama always said, I'm going to put it in your hand. And don't get out there embarrassing me. You going to get it when you get home. You know how to say, wait till your father get home. Yeah, that's the way it works. But anyway, Babyface, take it from me, Thirsty Grandma. I am so glad you didn't get out of character, because that's all the enemy want, for you to get out of character, to drag your name and say, oh, he was an angry black man, that kind of stuff. No, he stood there. He stood there, and he's fine with it, and that's good for him. So Babyface, I applaud you, and if I had a hat, my hat will go off to you, because you was being gracious that day. So I thank you for acting a gentleman, not losing your cool and not losing your composure. So you got my vote for anything you want to do. I vote yes, okay? All right, keep on writing those nice songs. Cause I was listening to one of Tony Braxton's song in the store, and I didn't want to walk out the store because I love Tony's voice. But anyway, Babyface, we love you, and we stand behind you, and we stand with you. All right? Because this is upsetting. Now, she wouldn't have done that if she were talking to Taylor Swift or somebody. But anyway, I digress. Okay, Babyface, we love you. Keep your head up. And do like you've been doing. What you know is right. Okay, y'all. Till next one. Bye.